Why would you look at that? I would say something about what the cat dragged in, but I wouldn't want the cat to feel bad about themselves. You look like a wreck. Well, at least you're alive. Welcome to the Knights of Favonia. What can I do for you? I do so make it sound as though we're a convenience store or a restaurant. But you know that already. Welcome home. Shall I prepare a meal? Draw a bath? Or perhaps, would you want me? Your reactions are so telling of who you are as a person. Not just the way that you scold me, but there's other ways too. The subtle way that you grit your teeth at me. The slight reminiscence of an old friend. And the cute way that you mauled for me. Your expression is different today, underling. Or did you prefer I call you my new partner? Yes, just in from Jean. You're going to be going with me today, and we're going to be getting closer than we were before. I hope you don't mind. I certainly don't. So, do you want to talk about it? How that previous date went with you-know-who? Oh. Oh my. So it's like that, is it? Don't worry, you can't get everyone. There's more fish in the sea and all that, and well, you don't need to get too upset, do you? Getting physical so soon, you'll make me blush. Or perhaps this was your way of saying you said no, you rejected the date, also you could be with me. How daring. I didn't take you for such a brute, but if that's what will make you happy, you can have me, even now. Was it too much for you? But really, are you okay? Whenever you have that look, I know either someone's gotten on your nerves at best case, and at worst, you've had your heart broken. Ah. Freeze. Right there. Don't move. That's an order. As your superior, I can't have you going into a dangerous situation with your heart aflutter. This requires an emergency situation, one that I do not call on for just anyone. You must accompany me for a day out. A date, if you will, if you so want to consider it that. No. There's no two ways about it, and especially no conditions with it. Oh, come on. It'll be my treat. You always were so easily convinced, at least after a little encouragement. I'm sorry that happened to you, first and foremost. You don't deserve to be treated that way. Just because you're looking for love, and just because not everyone understands you, it doesn't mean you deserve to be treated in such a way that makes you make such a scary scowl. Don't be so sensitive about it. I actually find that scowl and that face to be indubitably and undeniably attractive. Do you find it repulsive that I find you attractive? Or does it make your heart aflutter more than that fool who broke it? Either way, I don't mind playing from behind. The difference is, once I latch onto you, you must understand I'm going to spoil you. It is part of my policy that my partners in crime must be, at least, spoiled to a certain extent. Whether it be wine or perhaps something far more interesting. I will stop at nothing. Do you hear me? Nothing. Oh, didn't take me for the relentless type? Then allow me to return your actions. You, with your back against the wall, are quite adorable. However, I don't prefer this position for you, if only because you've had your back against the wall in romance for far too long. And I want to see you thrive. I know people say I'm cold, but I promise it's not cold to you. You're worth cooling down. Of course I believe in you. Your words and your actions, but of course your mannerisms telling you enough that I can know almost exactly what's going through your mind. Not that you're easy to read, just that sometimes you are. Now, my icy little rose, won't you find it in your heart to see me in at least a somewhat positive light? Come now. Give me a chance, and I won't let you down. How long have you known me, and when have I let you down in serious or dire straits even once? I shall be your knight, not in shining armor, but wrapped in decadence, and spoiling all the same. Instead of protecting you and doing something you can already do for yourself just fine, I wish to spoil you in a way that no knight in shining armor can. What knight do you know who knows how to truly have a good night after the sun has set, after the stars are out and glaring down at us? What do you think is the best kind of companion? I'll tell you, it's a trick question, really. It's always the one you underestimate. The one single soul who has your interests memorized and who truly knows what you need when even you can't figure yourself out. You know this. And for how long have I always been there when you find yourself in tears? I can see it. Or more importantly, I can feel it on you. You wish to cry, then cry. I would never, not in all my years of knowing you, would I ever judge you for those tears, or put you down for them. How many times have you been there for me? This is not just about mutual interest. Not just about having you at your best tomorrow. That's more a side effect of things. What I care about is your genuine well-being. I know, I'm well aware. You take me as a meddler, and partially to my own credit. That is something I've always put forward, a facade of always knowing what I'm talking about. But with you, I actually do enjoy the teasing. Not just in teasing you, not just in poking you when you're down, but making sure when you get back up, you get what you need. And when you're down, I'll always be that hand that picks you up again. Look out. A close one, wasn't it? You best be watching your step. Or, of course, you don't have to. I quite enjoyed saving you. For a moment, whether you intended it or not, you let me play that role I've always wanted to, for you. It's nothing to worry about. Just as long as we've known each other, it's usually been the subtle things that I've always taken, that I've always rescued you from. Very seldom is one as skilled as you in a situation to be rescued. But had I not saved you from your untimely fall, the brave knight may have scraped your ankle, and then what? Perhaps that ankle scrape would have worked against you because a poison, a toxin truly most grotesque, would have sank its fangs into your broken skin tomorrow. In that way, I might have just saved your life. Don't you think it would be fine if we were to go together into the depths of the night, just this once? Oh, you have a dirty mind, don't you? When I said the depths of the night, I was speaking for... My. How am I supposed to take that? Am I supposed to take it icy and distant? Or am I supposed to break down into my feelings for you, I wonder? Either way, I think my reaction may be neither what you expected nor what you wanted. But I'll be damned if I let you get the jump on me for being so dense for so long. As if I could let someone as dense as you, as completely unhinged when it comes to romance, who I've watched go and ruin their heart many times, the chance to escape again. If you dare to mean that kiss, then you best prepare yourself, because this time, it's different. This time, I won't let you get away so easily, no matter who tries to steal your heart. I know we've been in somewhat of a friend zone with each other, but it was never meant to be that way. Misunderstandings upon misunderstandings. Trust me, I'll spell it out for you if I have to. I like you. I've liked you for a very long time, and I find you to be fascinating, interesting, and you make me feel warm. And honestly, for all my secrets, for all the things I can't share with anyone else, I want you to be the one I spoil, the one thing in this world that I still find endearing, passionate, instead of just caring about preservation and what's right. I don't want to think about that, not with you. Of course I think about your well-being, I obsess over it. I think I'm supposed to be the cool guy around here, but somehow you make me burn up. You make every thought swell with the thoughts of you. What did you think I was going to say? By looks of it, you almost give me the intention, the very slight inkling, that you thought I was going to say something a whole lot more on brand for me. But of course, I couldn't let you have it. If I were to give in and just give you exactly what you expect from me, would I not just be another romance option? I don't just want to be a route. I want to be that whole game that you're playing. Yes, I'm aware of many things. I am fully aware of how much time you've put into me as well. You've tried to protect me more times than I can remember. You've tried to get me the best equipment. You've gone out of your way to sacrifice for someone even as selfish as me. And yet, those eyes tell me you don't understand how I could fall in love with you. Must I spell it out for you? Trust me, I don't mind. I've been spelling out things for you for how long has it been? 5 years? 5 years too short, yet so storied. I could write 1,000 books purely upon how many times you've inspired me. How many times have you been my polar opposite, and yet You've completed me. You've made me feel alive. In situations like I've explained, governed by self-preservation, by orders and understanding. You've given me a passion for things that I never thought I could. You've shown me these sides to you, this feeling that I could get nowhere else. And why do you think that is? Why do you think you've been so incredible and simple, really? You're one of the most genuine, most caring people I've ever met. Whether it be my teasing of you endlessly or my doting on you, you always seem to put others before yourself in a fascinating way, but also your spoiled side. I do so enjoy spoiling you. It may seem as though I do it far too often, or maybe it seems as though I pick too much fights with you over your love life. But a jealous man can only go so far. You see, I didn't orchestrate the failure of those romances, but I did wish upon them so much. I was jealous every time you gave them your attention instead of me. I spent days aching, agonizing over what if it works out? What if I never get to tell you these exact words? What if I spend my entire life regretting that I was too much of a coward in the moment, too much of a joking idiot to ever utter the words, I love you. And of course, my heart is beating out of my chest right now. Of course, my nerves are on end for fear that I friend-zoned myself for so long, trying desperately, even if it meant I lost you forever in that way. I was prepared to give up every ounce of happiness because I wanted to be like you. I wanted to learn from you. You inspired me. You inspired me in such a way that I started to grow like you, to care genuinely instead of sarcastically. You inspired me to not be selfish, which is something impressive all its own, but aside from that, as I grew to understand more about you, I grew to understand I wanted to be that one, that selfish and prattling one that never leaves your side. The one who could say it unironically, all of these lines of poking fun, of teasing you, had always been to get your attention, focused on me. I didn't want you to be taken away. I wished for your happiness, but only with tongue in cheek, because I couldn't, in good heart, wish you happier with someone else, even if I wanted to be someone who cared about you more than anything. I knew deep down I would never be satisfied with that. And here we are. This little confession. All because you tripped and fell. All because I had the opportunity to save you. It's almost ironic, isn't it? The way these things come to pass often is governed by fate. I hate fate, if only because I had to wait so long. I had to be such a coward. When in reality, I dreamed of kissing you like this, of wrapping a hand around your waist and dipping you forward, like this, of dancing beneath the moonlight and seeing those gorgeous eyes fixated on me focused, beyond any shadow of doubt. That you could see me not just as a friend who cares, but as a man, and a man who is infatuated with you. Absolutely and undoubtedly so. At the end of the day, do not forget, I am a knight. But before I'm a knight, I want to be the man who stole away your chances of romance and selfishly stole them away with me in this, our most fated romance. For as much as I hate fate, perhaps it showed some mercy on me today. After all, you didn't say no, did you? Am I to take your becoming silent as a wondrous yes? Or am I to take that kiss you've placed on my lips with the slight promise of tongue as the true confession of your potential feelings for me? Oh, really? Do tell. I must know more. Truth be told, I didn't expect you to fluster me in such a way. Nor did I expect in any capacity for you to return my feelings. I have felt this way about you since at least 3 years ago. Sure, the first 2 years, I felt something was different about you. But if I'm honest, I take a long, long time in romance and love. They say it's always the most outspoken ones that have the biggest scars. But for me, it's less about the scars and more about a fear of a broken heart. I don't want my heart to be broken. So, may I trust it to you? And I might suggest the offer from earlier. Shall we have dinner? A bath? Or me? Somehow I thought you would choose that. And a lovely choice.